Is it better to buy a commodities ETF versus the physical commodity? So a gold ETF versus a gold bullion bar or a gold coin?
Yeah. Well, so a gold ETF, a gold bar, a gold coin. Okay, so that's an interesting question. So if you look at one of them's easier to carry around, right?
That's true.
So uh, there's advantages and disadvantages. Physically owning something like a gold bar, for example, has an advantage of not having to worry about what would happen to the market, the trading mechanism. Maybe you're buying gold as a hedge against a worldwide collapse or whatever it
Yeah,
might
your
be,
doomsday.
right? And so you kind of wonder, well, what would happen with a gold ETF in that scenario if I have a gold bar? Okay, well, obviously the disadvantage is, where do you keep it? You can obviously keep it in the safe deposit box. You keep it in your home. Well, that's kind of, I know people do that, but I wouldn't. I don't want to invite, the thought process. But so that's the pro and con. I think on a gold bar, a gold coin. I think it's very interesting, and actually, I have some clients that collect gold coins, and they have one. I think first of all, they're very portable. They're pretty easy as far as that goes, but they have an extra value because of when they were minted,
Yeah.
the condition, and what have you. And so, because it's a collectible, gold is a hedge. It's a store of value, right? A gold coin is a collectible. And man, sometimes collectibles really outperform the
Yeah.
actual value of the commodity that it's made of.
The only problem with a gold coin is your liquidity.
Yeah.
I could go to a pawn shop and take that gold bar and sell it to them, and they'd give me pretty close to spot.
Yeah.
They'd take some off. But
Right.
if I do that with a coin, it's a little bit of a different market.
Oh, well, it's a debatable, negotiated situation, really. I mean, it's not something where you can just go in and because it has to do with the quality of the coin and your thought process of the quality versus somebody else's could be different, right? I mean, that's kind of how it works as far as that goes. So if we get back to the gold ETF as the last piece, so I think from a pro and con standpoint, first of all, it's super simple.
Hmm.
I literally can buy GLD, which is a gold ETF, right on any one of you can buy it in your IRA, you can buy it in your brokerage account. It's super simple as far as that goes. It does have this appreciation, potential as far as that goes. We did have a chart on gold from last week. Yeah, here it is. I'll share this real quick because I think it's kind of interesting. So there's GLD, right? And that's the orange line there versus SPY in this case, the S&P 500. And so, hey, it's done well, right? I mean, this
Yeah.
is just a short period here, really short, but it's having a nice run, so you can make some appreciation. Theoretically, it might be able to, hedge some different situations that are out there. And so I probably, like anything else, diversify the concept. If you really want to deal with this, have all three. What's wrong with that? You could have, if you took a third, and a third, you wouldn't be doing too poorly with your money for that standpoint because they all have pros and cons. And I think if all three together, you might have a really good mixture, right? And so anyway, that's a great question. It's kind of fascinating. This is a very, very popular ETF, again, because there's gold behind the shares, literally. So it's kind of an interesting ETF. It's a little different, but you never know in these kind of digital scenarios how it's going to work out, and maybe that's why it's good to diversify in some of the actual hard assets, if that's what interests you.